Hi there, and welcome to the show. You're listening to another Effisode. Every other Tuesday, I release a short bit about whatever's going on in the Parks household or whatever's in my head at the time. It's a way for you to get to know me a little better in between my rare disease interviews. Back in the day, I spent a couple months trying to figure out the name for this podcast, Once Upon a Gene. I had a huge running list, kind of like a baby name list. I would be super certain it was going to be this or that, and then a few days later, I hated the name. Or I would tell people the name and they had opinions, which made me see why I probably shouldn't name it this or that. Then one evening, I was singing a song that randomly pops in my head all the time. Always has, since I was little Effie. One of my favorite Disney movies, Sleeping Beauty. I caught myself singing Once Upon a Dream. And then, with eyes wide open, I shouted, "Yes, of course!" These are the days of our lives. Our stories, Once Upon a Gene. It was the perfect name. Other than the fabulous pink dress, the reason I loved some of these movies, like Sleeping Beauty, Cinderella, The Wizard of Oz, all being top 3 for sure, but it wasn't the main character. It was because of the fairy godmothers. Princess Aurora got 3, Cinderella got sweet bibbidi-bobbidi-boo grandma, and Dorothy got Glinda, which, yes, I know she's a good witch, but she's basically a fairy godmother. In her extravagance, for sure. How many times I have just wished I had a fairy godmother to grant me a wish to make something go away or to make me somewhere magical and wash away all of my troubles. Well, I found one of them, and her name is Gay Grossman. She's married to her best friend Steve, and she has the most amazing and funny 25-year-old daughter named Lily. Lily has a rare disorder called ADCY5, and the foundation's ran and co-founded by her parents. She's one of those rare mamas that have helped pave the way for all of us with younger kids. She didn't have these magical podcasts and social media networks to cast a line to and seek others like her. And to this day, Gay is a fierce advocate for all rare diseases. She's very successful and advocates in a variety of environments, including the educational system, private systems, state and federal, insurance, all over the place. While she is obviously one of the GOATs, the shining stars, she's also just so relatable and adorable, and I love her so much. I'd heard her name over the last couple of years, and I knew her story, but had never met her until she called me one day, and we had an instant connection. She told me how she found me and that she was listening to my podcast in the car. And when her family got out of the car to go inside the restaurant, she stayed behind to finish the episode and hang out with me. I've only scratched the surface of the magic I know she's bringing into my life, starting with some very important components like sharing a love of pink, of the perfect GIF, Mexican food, sunshine. We both feel deeply called to help rare families and to help clear away the rocks on their yellow brick roads. I've had this Post-it note on my fridge that I wrote down in 2012. It was when I was going through what I thought was going to be the hardest thing I would ever face. And I still have that on my fridge. And it says, "Where attention goes, energy flows." And last week on one of our phone chats, she said, "Effie, it's essential to keep your thoughts and the words positive, and your mind will follow," which is just another reason I love her. She speaks my language about remembering who you are, and also to hang on tight to my relationship with my husband outside of our kids. I'm kind of living her life 25 years later. She has so much wisdom and organizational skills that I need to navigate this course through rare disease parenting. We have mentors and life coaches in every area, so why don't we have a bank of mentors in this community? Our fairy godmothers and godfathers. The internet has definitely enabled families to find one another and do just that. And we all need all the help we can get. So find your flora, find your fauna, and find your Merriweather. People like Gay, who find deep meaning and purpose by helping other families and passing on the support and information from what she's learned as a nuclear advocate to make the journey easier for the next family. I have self-proclaimed Gay as my rare fairy godmother. It's still to be determined if she has a magical wand that can make me the pink dress of my dreams. But I do know she will always remind me and push me, like Glenda reminds Dorothy. You are capable of more than you know.